Hello guys, and welcome to this part where we shall be delving into the image processing. But before we do that, I would like to take you to some important points to note before we move on. First of all, the files that we are using are called FIT files. FIT files stand for Flexible Image Transport System. It is one of the most useful image files in astronomy. So, but before we use them, we need to convert them from FIT files to TIFF files because we're going to be using GIMP, okay? And in the other video, I demonstrated how to use Photoshop. So GIMP is not built to read FIT files. So we're going to convert it from FIT files to TIFF files using a program called FIT Liberator, which I have told you to download. Then the images are non-linear, meaning that we are going to apply some mathematical functions, some non-linear mathematical functions to be able to extract the data. The images are grayscale, meaning they are black and white and appear empty. We're going to see that and we're going to see what it means. Then you would need images from blue, green, and red filters to make your colored image. In the last video, I walked you through on how to download and install the FIT Liberator. This is the FIT Liberator application and the GIMP. These are the two softwares we're going to be using for image processing. And if you open them, this is my GIMP. Okay, this is the interface. We're going to load our TIFF files here later. And here is my FIT Liberator. It is going to enable me to convert my FIT files to TIFF files. Now, which data are we going to use? Like I said before, we're going to use data from the Large Scams Observatory, which I have downloaded from their website. So to find the data, you come over to our website. I have given you the link before, passkylab.space, and this is the home page. You come over to the project, and then you come over to astrophoto visual development. Then you begin to scroll down, to the GIMP section. So here it says download practice dataset used in the below videos. So to see the dataset that are used in this GIMP tutorial, you come over to here, you click on this hyperlink, then it will take you to the drive. Then we're going to start from M17 Nebulae. We're going to start from this, then we'll move over to others. We're going to move over to others. So, but you need to understand, you have to have a a representation of what you want to do. So what you do is you come over to Google, you type M17 so that you can see what you are about to process. So this is how M17 looks like. M17 Nebulae. This is a very beautiful nebulae. So we're not sure about the one we have, okay, but we know that we might be processing something like this. So this is how it looks like. So I want you to download this M17, then you follow me to the next thing we're going to do. So this is the M17 Nebulae. It is zipped after downloading it. So like what we do in the asteroid research, you have to extract it. Okay. So I have extracted the file. So this is M17. It is up to 39 MB. Okay. So this is the data. You open it. These are the three data. Like I mentioned before, you need three images corresponding to blue, green, and red. I'm going to take you to where I observed and downloaded this image so that you will see the one that corresponds to um, blue, green, and red before we do any other thing. Let me take you to that part. So this is the interface of the Large Congress Observatory. We have a proposal with them, and we are using it for different kinds of activities, which includes research on double stars, astrophotography, and exoplanet research. So these are, sorry if you do not understand this, but at the higher level, by the time we finish this first round, you're going to be shown how to operate it. Okay, so this is the home page. Assuming that you have an account, if I assign you an account, this is the first page, and here are some observations. So this person scheduled an observation, and you can see it is still pending. And this is a failed observation, and this is a completed observation. So I'm going to look for my M17 Nebulae if I can find it. Okay, this is my M17 Nebulae, and this is the date I observed it. So if I come over here, I'll click on it, then it will take me to this page. Okay, you will see different details, the coordinates, the exposure, everything. Okay, we have the 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 blue filter. This is the green, although it is written V means visual, but it is the green filter, and this is the red filter. I observed it. I gave it an exposure time of 300 seconds, which is about 5 minutes. However, this is not important to us for now. So you click over to data, then view on archive, so that I will see the three images. Okay, it brought me the raw and the processed one, so I only want the processed one, so banzai. And now you have the the name of the images, each of the images, okay, and the filter that corresponds to it. For instance, if you look at this number, you can use this number to identify the images. They are not really the same. If you observe, this one is 92, this is 93, and this is 94. 92 corresponds to blue, 93 corresponds to green, which is the visual, and 94 corresponds to red. So if you look at these images that I have shown you here, you see the same numbers. You have 92, 93, 94 corresponding to the blue, green, and red. So right now, let us use Fit Liberator to convert it from fit file. Look at it. Image type is FZ. It means fit file that was zipped. Okay, so we want to convert it from fit file to TIFF file. So you just click it, and now my image has opened in Fit Liberator. So in the initial form, you will see that it is black and white, like I told you before. Okay, and it is unlinear. However, this image is not a linear image. To be able to extract the data therein, you need to convert it to some mathematical function called a sine of h. It's a mathematical function. It will help to bring out the data. And now the process has completed, but if you observe, some of the data was not, did not, were not captured inside. So what you do is you expand it so that you can capture some of the data. Expand it. Okay, and once you expand it, those green dots disappear. Those green dots represent white clipping, means cutoff. We also have black clipping. Imagine if I do this, you see that it is a cutoff for the black clipping. uh, for the black clipping. So maybe you can expand it to accommodate more of the data. So this is all you have to do. Just make sure you capture as much data as you want, this histogram. So once you have done that, you save. So it will bring you to your download. This is the folder for our M17 Nebulae. I want to save it inside that folder. So remember that 92 correspond what filter, because I would like to use the number, the code, the filter, sorry. 92 corresponds to blue. So I'm going to save it with blue. I'm going to change it to blue. Save. So after the process has completed, you open another one. Open. So this is the folder. So we have done this first one. Let us do the second one. You open it. And here is it. Oh, there's a lot of black clipping. So first of all, change it from linear to a sign of H. All right, then you move it a little bit backward to accommodate more data. And once you've done that, the black clipping will disappear. And this one too, you expand it to accommodate more of the data, and the white clipping will also disappear. So you save it again. So this one is 93, and let me go back to the other guy. Okay, here. So 93 corresponds to green, I think. Let's confirm. It corresponds to green. Okay, so I'm going to use G, or I can even use V for it. So, but let me just use let me use G for green. So this takes a little bit of time, but I'm going to cut it short until it is done. And then you go for the last data set. This one, 94, and here you have it. It's already, I think I've done that previously, but if your own is not already here, you have to uh, switch it from linear to async, and it has a lot of black clipping. Do the same thing that we did in the previous ones. Expand the bars to accommodate more data. And here you have it, then you save. So this corresponds to red. If you think that's the remaining one. So we now have our 3 filters. We have the blue, we have the green, and we have the red. So we have converted them from fit files to TIFF files. So if you look up, this is TIFF file. So for now, from here, we now transport them to the GIMP. So here is my GIMP. Come over to File. You click on Open as Layers. If you don't know, if your own is not like this, come over to Users so that we can trace it properly. Come over to Users. Come over to Desktop. Then, sorry, come over to Downloads. Sorry, Download, not Desktop. Then you look for your folder, which is M17 Nebulae. So these are my fit files. I'm going with this one, the blue, the green, and the red. So you open it in your GIMP. So your images have loaded. So let us move on to how to process them. But also observe that they are grayscale. Like I said before, they are grayscale. This is grayscale. You see that? grayscale. So we are going to convert it from this grayscale to very colorful and beautiful images. So follow me. If you load images for the first time on GIMP, I don't think you would see this histogram, and it is very important that you have it. So if you don't have it with you, you come over to Windows, you come over to Dockable Dialog, then you come over to histogram. If you click it, it's gonna pop out. So on this histogram, you see this tiny data here. So these are the data contained in the TIFF files. So like I did before, these are the layers. This is the red the red layer, this is the green layer, and this is the blue layer. Assuming I want to work with the green, I will turn off the red. Okay, so this is the red. Sorry, this is the green. If I want to work with the blue, I will turn off the green, then I work with the blue. So if I can bring them back. Look at this. So right now, the next thing we are going to do is to stretch the images. To stretch the images. So to do that, you come over to, okay, let me start from the red. You come over to the colors, come over to curves. Then you come to the center, you drag it, you hold it and you drag. Hold it and drag. And as you do that, you see that the 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 pixels, the data are beginning to come out. So you click OK. And as you're doing that, you're also introducing noise to the data. But don't worry, let us do that again. Let us extract it more. Curves, you drag, you drag. And here you have it. It's okay. Now, to remove the noise, you come over to colors, come over to levels, come over to levels from here. You take it all the way to the beginning of this mountain. Okay, to the beginning. And now you have your data, the picture. You see that? So we can do the curves again. You click OK. We can do the curves again, but you know, if you overstretch it, you are going to introduce a lot of noise and your image is going to be out of order. So I think doing this 2 times is okay. You might want to experiment, maybe do it 3 times or 4 times as a beginner, but for me, it is okay. So I've done for the red. Let me go for the green. Let me go for the green. Do the same thing. Color, curves. I'll hold the center and drag it. This is the first. Okay. Then do that again. Color, curves. Hold the center and drag it. So this is the second time. Okay. Then let's apply the levels. Applying the levels. You drag this bar all the way to the beginning of the mountain. And click OK. Then you come over to the last one, the blue filter. Then you come over to curves. Click OK. Then do that again. Curves. Curves. Oh, a lot of noise. No problem. But please make sure you don't have any sharp edge. It should be curved, okay? To be better, it should be curved, no sharp bending. So we come over to levels. Oh, look at that. Come over to levels. And I think that is okay. Click OK. You may want to stretch this one more time, although we did others 2 times, but I feel like we want to do this again. Curves, let's stretch it one more time. Oh yeah, that's great. One more time, you can extract it. Then levels, you take it here. I think this is okay. Alright, so okay. So the next thing to do is so you click all of them again. The next thing to do is to prepare the layers for adding colors. And to do that, you go to image, you click on image, click on mode, click on now the information says grayscale, but we want to add colors, so you come over to RGB. So now it tells you tell the computer that you want to add colors to these filters, to these layers. And now you are ready to add colors. To add colors, you come over to colors, then you come over to colorize. So this is the red R. So red is at the extreme. You drag it to the extreme 000. And saturation, you drag it, you click here, or maybe you drag it to 1. Make it 1, it's a must. For red, it is 000. For saturation, it is 1. For lightness, you have to make it minus 0.5. Lightness is also 0.5. You click OK. You come over to the next one, which is green. Which is green. You go over to colorize. Green is 0.33. You take it back to 0.33. That's the ideal color for green. Then saturation is 1. Saturation is 1. And this is going to be 0.5, minus 0.5. You click OK. Then you come over to this. Come over to the blue layer. So we come over to color, colorize, and the blue is 0.66. You increase it to 0.66, and the saturation is supposed to be 1. Let me just drag it at once, and the lightness is the same, 0.5 minus 0.5. You click OK, and now you have added your RGB colors. So the next thing to do is to highlight all of them one more time. Because these are like layers, they are that are stacked on top of each other. So you need to convert it to another format so that the colors at the bottom will show. For instance, I'll come over to the red. I will change it from normal to screen. So it allows the other color, which is green, to show, to interfere. Then you come over to green. We change it from normal to screen. And it also allows the blue color to show, the blue color. So for the blue color, you don't need to change it. Even if you change it, it does not make any difference. And now you see your color coming out. So the next thing to do is to flatten it. Flatten the image, starting from the color, from the filter at the bottom. Like in this case, this is the blue. Then you right click. If you right click, it brings you the options. Then you come over to flatten image. Make it one layer to flatten it. Once you flatten it, the next thing to do is to balance the colors. To balance the colors, you come over to this histogram, come over to this value, come and click RGB. And here you will see that some colors are out of alignment. For instance, this is the green, okay? It is partially aligned with the red, but the blue is out. So we need to push the blue to be in alignment with others. So that will show you what you're going to do. So we need to push the blue to be in alignment with others. So to do that, you come over to colors, come over to levels. So we're going to start from the blue, come over to value. Starting from the blue, we need to push the blue to align with others. So we will need to push the blue to the left. And to do that, you have to use this bar. Assuming that you want to push the blue to the right, you're going to use this bar. So because we want to push to the left, you come over here, you drag it a little bit and watch what is going to happen, and also watch the screen. Watch the changes in the screen, and also watch the bar. Oh, it has shifted a little bit. I think we should do that again. You drag it, you continue dragging it. As you're doing that, you are actually balancing the colors. Everything is equalizing, you see that. So what is going on? If you want to see the previous version, you come over to split view. So this is this is how it was previously before we started balancing the colors. And this is how it is right now. So you see it's a great difference. Let me remove it to split view. It's remaining. Okay, it's coming. So let's do it one more time. It's coming closer and closer to the peak of the green. And here you will see that where the three of them come together is white. Let me drag blue one later time. So in your case may not be the same with mine, okay? In your case, it might be the red that should be dragged. In your case, it might be the green. So whatever that is out of alignment is what is supposed to be aligned with others. Okay, so I think at this point, it's a little bit okay. Okay, let me drag it one more time. one more time so that the top would come. Alright, so at this point I can say that it is okay. Let me drag red a little bit. Red needs some little dragging, little alignment. So let me drag red a little bit. Oh, although the shape of red looks somehow, but I think at this point it is okay. And also notice that that noise that we saw before is gone. See? All those blue hue and other noise are gone. So, okay. So I'll click OK. So I'm done balancing the colors. Many people do not balance their colors and it doesn't really look nice. So we are almost done with this. So the next thing we're going to do is to um sharpen the image. To sharpen it, and to sharpen it, you come over to curves. Do exactly what I'm about to do. You come over here. You come over here to the bottom side. You drag it a little bit down, a little bit down. It will make the background darker. And you come over here, drag it a little bit up. It will make the brighter object brighter. You see that? So you sharpen it. Look at how it looks now. It's so beautiful. And at this point, we are done. Okay, I mean, for the basic level, we are done with um, adding colors and making, I mean, extracting and developing a colorful visual. So you click OK. So to save it, I will do two things. I will do two things because you might want to come back to make some changes to it. I would suggest for you to um, save it as so that this is the folder. So I'm gonna call it and this is XCF, that is the file for GIMP. Okay, and I want to save it. So let me change the name. The name is M17 Nebulae. M17 Nebulae. So I will save it. This is, I mean, maybe if I want to come back to make some changes, then to save it properly as an image, come over here, come over to export or export. Then this come over to file type. We need to change it to a different file type. Oh, it's already in PNG. I don't know why that is so, but um, if it is not in PNG, if yours is not in PNG, you change it to PNG. There are so many file types here. You can look at the PNG and I look at PNG here. So we want to save it in PNG. We also have JPEG. If you also have PDF too. How about JPEG? Maybe we've look at that JPEG here. So you can change it to different file format that you want. So you click on export. Then export image as PNG. You click export. And the work will be saved. And now you have finished the work. So we're going to move to another different kind of image. And if you also observe that it is looking like one of those. Okay, so it is important that you have a foreknowledge of what you are about to process. So in the next one, we're going to be processing another kind of image here. All right. Thank you for listening.